Alright, so today I'm going to talk to you about what tricks you would and what tricks you wouldn't want to include in your next freestyle. Alright, so first of all, I just have to say that I've never been to a yo-yo contest before, but I know the main gist of how it works and what to do and what not to do, just based on what I've seen. So I'm going to give you what I believe you should and shouldn't do when competing. So, the way a yo-yo contest works, the way they decide the winner is these things called clicks, okay? They basically have a little thing that they hold, and it's basically a clicker. And they click every single time they see a string hit. So that would be a string hit. This would be a string hit. This would be a string hit. That would be a string hit. That would be a string hit. Bam, 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 bam. I mean, that's basically how they judge a yo-yo contest. Now, there's a million different factors that affect your score, alright? Judging is very complicated. There's a lot of things that affect your click count, so not just string hits. So judges, they judge your performance by difficulty. They judge it by the cleanliness of your overall routine. I don't really want to say that they judge it for speed, because that's not exactly true. But the faster you are, the more clicks you're gonna get. But typically, the faster you are, the simpler your tricks will be, and you won't really get much credit for difficulty. But so that's basically how it works. So like this isn't. I mean, there's a ton of other factors that I'm not aware of that judges will determine your score with. But basically, the kinds of tricks that you want to do are the ones that you can do extremely consistently and smoothly, and preferably a little bit quicker. Okay? So, for example, I have a ton of tricks that I have made up, and a very large percent of them are not easy to land cleanly. So, I would not put those in a yo-yo freestyle just because it would look sloppy. It would take too long, and I'd basically spend the entire freestyle doing like 2 or 3 tricks, and I would mess up a lot because of pressure and stuff. And that's not a good idea to put in the kinds of tricks that you're not very good at. Like, the kinds of tricks I'm talking about are like the ridiculously hard ones that are like outrageously hard, that are almost impossible to land quickly or smoothly. Those are the kinds that I'm talking about. I'm sure everyone has one of those. Um, so like for instance, I have this trick that I haven't released yet. I'm gonna go ahead and give you a basis of it. It's pretty cool. You basically you do that. You over rotate that little whip thing. Grab it here. Do that, and then swing it over. Grab all this. Put it on the back string. Do that. That. This. That. You do that, and then you drop this, swing that over, catch it, swing this over, here, there, and you like swing that in, and then you have like a couple twists in the string. Do that, you get a tower, and then GT, and then that's the whole trick. But I can't do that smoothly. I mean, that's really hard. So I haven't released that trick yet. I mean, I'm working on making it smoother, but really, you don't want to include a trick like that in your routine because it's too slow, it's too sloppy, it's too difficult for you right there. But if you practice, like for instance, I have a couple fairly difficult and technical tricks that I would put in a routine just because I can do them smoothly. Like this is one I can do pretty consistently. I did this one in my COIW Bonfire Hulk Smash video. It's that. It's it's fairly technical, fairly difficult, but I've practiced it a lot and I can do it quickly, so I would include that. There's another trick called silly string that I did. I'm not gonna do it right now, but it's right here. I did it in my Puffin 2 video. I'm not gonna do it right now, but I'll put it right here so you can see it. I did it in the Puffin 2 video for this yo-yo, and once again, that's a very difficult trick, but I can land it pretty consistently actually because I've practiced it. I mean, I could hardly land it at all. At first, it was like that trick I did a couple minutes ago, but I just kept practicing and made it smooth and consistent, and eventually I can do it smoothly now. Another trick that I would not put in a freestyle would be one that I haven't released yet. Once again, it starts out like this, then you flick it over, and then you like flick that over to that, and then it's like all of this and stuff. I mean, it's extremely difficult and I can hardly land it, but I'm working on smoothing it out, but I wouldn't put that in a freestyle just because of how slow and sloppy it is. You wouldn't get much points for that. It's almost guaranteed that you wouldn't win the competition. So, another thing that you want to keep in mind is that speed and technicality is a good and bad combination. Number one, if you land it, it's a great. If you don't land it, it's very, very bad because it will very frequently give you terrible, terrible knots. Like I have a wrist mount speed combo, and it's like this. Like that. I can actually do that very consistently. There actually is, it's actually a pretty technical trick. It's not like silly string technical, but it's pretty fancy looking, and it is difficult to land it fast. I mean, it took me some practice, but like when you do that, like, I mean, that's the thing. If you have some tricks that are pretty technical but you can do fast, that's a great thing to put in. Just be careful though, because you don't want to screw it up. You will never, I swear to God, never win a contest unless almost all of your tricks are original. So come up with a bunch of tricks. If your tricks aren't original, it's almost a done deal that you're not going to win. You're not even going to probably make it into the top 10. I mean, it's just, I mean, you don't, copying someone's tricks in a freestyle, it's just not, you're not going to win like that. But, so come up with your own tricks, get good at them, get them smoothed out. For instance, there's a trick by Jensen Kimmett. It's called Grandma Kimmett Sandwich. It looks like this. I really liked that. I really liked that trick, and I could do it really smoothly, and I still can. But I don't want to do that in a competition because it's probably not going to go well. Because I mean, that's someone else's trick. I mean, that's not one of the things that judges judge you on is originality. That's what really you get most of your points from. If your freestyle isn't original, then it kind of sucks because you're not going to get all those extra points. I mean, like, and another example that my wrist mount speed combo replaced was Hiroyuki Suzuki's speed combo. I really like that trick. It's really fun to do. Looks like this. That's basically what that looks like. And I really liked that trick, and I really wanted to do it in a competition, but I mean, that's someone else's trick, so I didn't feel comfortable doing that because it lacks originality. when you want to do a speed combo, try to make it as original as you possibly can, and try to just put a different twist on it, because there's so many speed combos out there and they all look the same to me. It really gets boring after a while seeing the same exact speed combos over and over and over and over again. Like, that's where my wrist mount combo is a little bit different, because I've only ever seen a couple other people do a ridiculously fast wrist mount combo, so like that's why I like that one. So like the typical stereotypical Japanese speed combo, unless you're ridiculously good at them, try to stay away from them, because I mean there a lot of people do them, like the kinds that are like the kind that Hiroki Suzuki does, like Yuri Omachi or whatever his name is, the one that got third this year at Worlds. The kinds of speed combos they do, I mean, they're cool, but I mean, it's kind of like been there, done that. I mean, we've seen that. Let's see something new. When you're in a yo-yo contest, you want to bring something not just original, but new. You want to bring a good, big crowd pleaser, like a big banger trick. So, for example, like that trick that I do in my Puffin 2 video, the one where it's like the floor UFO like this. That's a pretty sick trick, you gotta admit. Like, I've never seen anyone else do that before. Like, I've never even heard of that kind of concept, so I mean just when people do it from a finger grind, I mean that gets good attention. So doing it on the floor, that would be pretty sick. That's something no one's ever seen before. So try to come up with something that no one would ever think of possible. But what I would suggest is have your first trick be something that would capture the audience's attention. So like have a good exciting trick at the beginning, and have a really good exciting trick at the middle, and one really 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 cool one at the end. So like you don't want to lose your audience's attention. Now, the thing with nerves and stuff when it comes to yo-yo competitions, I don't have much experience with that because I've never actually been to a yo-yo contest, but I have performed in front of a lot of people before, and let me tell you, nerves will screw you up. Like, if you don't prepare and if you don't deal with them, if you let them take control over you, it will wreck your freestyle. Like, I'm not kidding. I couldn't land a horizontal finger grind in front of a crowd. Like, literally, I couldn't do it. It's just, when there's a ton of people watching you, it scares the crap out of you, and it's natural. Everyone has that problem, but you have to find a way to deal with it, and because if you don't, it will screw up your freestyle, like, really severely. So yeah, just find a way to deal with the nerves and try to ignore them. Like a great thing to do to get over the fear of the crowds and stuff. You know what? Like, look out in the crowds, interact with them, get comfortable with the people that are watching you. Don't think of them as some like criticizing group of people. Like, just think of them as your buddies. Like, sort of get comfortable with them and like just like have fun with it. I mean, you know, that's a great way to get over the fear of competing. Just sort of pretend like you're showing off to your friends. So yeah, that's basically what my advice is for yo-yo freestyles. Once again, try to keep the amount of ridiculously hard and technical tricks a little bit down, unless you can do them really smoothly and really easily. For instance, Janos Karants, last year, he won Worlds with a ton of ridiculously hard tricks. And the thing about those ridiculously hard tricks is that you never know when you're going to land them and when you're not going to land them. This year at Worlds, I gotta say, he didn't really do that good. I mean, he missed a lot of his tricks. So, just keep that in mind. I mean, try to keep the ridiculously technical tricks down a little bit. I mean, yeah, sure, throw a couple in there. But if you want to do good at a freestyle, yeah, sure, throw in some difficult tricks. Always have everything be original. when you're doing a speed combo, have it be different. Don't have it be like the stereotypical Japanese speed combo. No offense, I mean, I think they're really cool, but I mean, just seeing a ton of people do them over and over again just gets old after a while. So, always have a couple like really, really good crowd-pleasing tricks on your belt. Throw them in beginning, middle, and end just to keep your audience's attention. And, just, try your best, have fun with it, and, get comfortable with your crowd. Don't think as every single person out there as a judge. And yeah, just have fun with it, relax, and yeah, good competing, good luck. I will see you later.